Okay, so we're back to it. New section of Graveyard Keeper. Love this game. It's going well. Let's see where we're at. Okay, yes, we had fixed up our graveyard last I can see, so let's go ahead and cut the things down that I have. Let's see, chop this up. And I'll get rid of the stone bits. Let's see. Can I chop the stone bits of that down? I can't. Interesting. I thought I'd be able to. That's fine. We'll just leave them in here for now. Chop up the... this one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to head up to the lighthouse today. And I've been thinking about it, and we're actually going to take... Well, I was thinking about whether or not to throw the body in the river. It's probably a good idea. I probably skipped out on like several bodies by now that I could have gotten stuff from, but I don't know. Just didn't want to, I guess. Anyway, so we're going to head off over to the lighthouse, pick up a few things along the way. Maybe we'll find some bushes for a little bit of good experience. We're starting to run out of those, though. So if we don't find any, we don't find any. Anyway, we're about to town. I don't think there's anything that we need to do in here today, as far as I can tell. Nah, we're good here. I know that the donkey is going to ask us to buy some oil soon, so maybe we'll buy some of that. And I also need to start growing carrots. I really need to get that done. How much does oil cost? Let's find out. Gosh, it's 30. Yeah, we'll buy one. Buy it now. That way we can have it for later. Get the green that we can while we're here. Also, I kind of always liked one of the themes of this game. You see all these old burned down buildings. Kind of makes you wonder what used to be there. And you can actually, you'll see it a little bit later, what all this stuff is. It's actually pretty cool. Find out everything that's going on. But that actually requires us to get the tavern up and running. We're quite a ways away from that. Can't even make any alcohol yet. Kind of wish I could take the apples and stuff from these trees, but they're all closed down. Oh wait. Ah! Can't get apples from that tree. Wonder if they changed that. Is that the only tree? Nope. 2 trees. Nope. There we go. I didn't know you could come around here and get apples. Wonder if they changed that. Or maybe I just tried like a couple and then, oh, I can't get those, so I can't get any of them. That sort of idea went through my head. Anyway, here we are. Lighthouse. Tried talking to this guy last time, but we couldn't get anything out of him. So now we're going to talk to him. He seems to know more than anyone else, just about life in general. He also was the previous graveyard keeper's great friend. So he's quite useful in a lot of ways. He also becomes a major source of book. Because eventually you start getting... Oh, I should roast gold. I didn't think about it. Fortunately I have one, so we'll go get that real quick. Hopefully I have enough time. Okay, no distractions. Straight home. Yeah, so there we go. A couple of things I've been thinking about recently, because, you know, when you're playing games, you think about stuff. So I like to write and stuff, mostly short stories, things of that nature. Recently, though, I've been thinking about making another D&D sort of campaign. A couple of things that I've been coming up with there have always been pretty good. I always really enjoy a lot of things, and I'll probably put some stories on here. I like to put stories about different things that kind of cross my interest. But one of the most interesting D&D things that I recently saw that I thought would be cool, someone was like writing on line, and I saw them talking about like you could pick like these great artifacts or whatever, and one of the artifacts, oh man, I got distracted a bit. One of the artifacts was what was it? There's no way I'm gonna make that playhouse. We can try them. One of the artifacts was a ring that like heals you of all your things. You can use it to heal, to take life from other things and give it to yourself. And they put a very interesting line in there that just kind of like was really cool. And the line that they put in there is that it heals you not only from your physical ailments, but also from your mental ailments. That was an interesting idea. And the reason why I think that would be an interesting sort of subject is mainly because like a lot of your, I'm not gonna make it. Let's stop here. We're not gonna make it. We'll just get it next week. A lot of your mental facilities, a lot of your mental capacities are basically shaped by, or things that you feel are wrong. Let's say PTSD or things like that really make you who you are. Like, every single moment of your life shapes who you are, who you've become, and things like that. And this ring would basically steal that from you. Like, the things that it deems, and you don't even know what it's going to deem bad, right? So, like, it could be anything, literally anything. And I was like, oh, that is really cursed. And I don't think the people who were writing this knew anything about how cursed something like that would be. But it really intrigued me, and I thought that it'd be a really cool system to make something like that. Something where once you use it, it just could change the character, who they are, things like that. And you can even like make that into like a villainous trait, like how were they made? Well, you never know. Maybe there could have been 1,000 different ways that they were made. But anyway, just thought. I thought it was a good one. If any of you have any ideas about something like that, I thought it'd be a fun thing to put into a campaign, though. But I've written quite a few campaigns at this point. I'm really trying to work on like sort of murder mystery things. I really like it when there's a murder mystery in your D&D campaign. I just feel like they're hard to do right. I find them extremely fascinating, extremely fun. I always liked Sherlock Holmes books and other like mystery books, mystery movies, things like that are great. Also, if you have any suggestions for any really good mystery movies, feel free to put them down. I love stuff like that. But anyway, I remember when I was a kid, picked up one of the original Sherlock Holmes books. Oh man, that was fun. Just reading it. There are some pretty weird ones in there, but there are some super big classics. I think one of my favorites was always the Musgrave Ritual. And if you've read that, great. If you haven't, I would suggest doing so. It's great story of Sherlock Holmes. Basically, and I think that actually might be why kind of got me enjoying the idea of mathematics, because like it's totally solved through mathematical means. This is like the time they did not have things like calculators or anything like that, so actually really impressive stuff. But it basically, I won't spoil it too much, but basically there's a group of people called the Musgraves, a family, and they have a ritual that they have to perform, and it talks about all these different things that have been passed down for generations upon generations, but no one's ever been able to solve it. No one's ever been able to figure it out because they were all really bad at math. It happens. Anyway, they get this butler, and he ends up, he starts like looking over the ritual, starts figuring it out, and then just disappears. That's basically where the whole story kicks into gear. Sherlock Holmes has to go and see if they can find the butler. And yeah, it's really interesting. It's not even a murder mystery, it's just a mystery. And sometimes those are even the best. Okay, we're going to talk to Bishop. Graveyard is fixed. Okay, church is open. No longer locked. He just wants us to say whatever. We can put a bunch of stuff in here. And we'll make this nice. The nicer this is, the interior, how nice it is, gives you how much faith you get, whereas the exterior, the graveyard itself, determines how much money you get. So that's how that works. So the nicer the graveyard you have, when you give this, I always thought that was so funny, like, whenever you are doing the work, make sure your graveyard is as nice as possible. To get the money, make sure the interior is nice as possible. And I'll show you the best way to make it. You know, I've never actually found out if we're gonna make this into the best church ever. Never actually found out which is better as far as putting stuff in your place, because you can put in incense burners or candles, and depending on what you put in there. Okay, so now I can start buying these. I can become a citizen, which gives me 30, gives me building permissions, all these things. Well, let's get it. Why not? Oh yeah, that's really expensive, but I got it. So anyway, oh gosh, what was I saying? Yeah, as far as the graveyard is concerned, make sure your outside's nice for money. Make sure your inside's nice. But I've always had the issue, and there's been discussions about this, which is better, right? As far as making your inside really nice, the candle holders that hold 3 candles, or the incense burners. I've always favored the candle holders. They both give you a baseline of 3, so if you don't have incense or you don't have candles. But towards the end, I always have like a really thriving bee farm that I harvest from all the time, so I'm always making like the best of candles. And you can get, I think you need like white paint candles and like one other thing, but they're all really cheap, and there's really no reason not to get those things. I didn't dig these up right away, so I always am off getting stuff like that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go down in here, and we're going to hop down here. We're going to start our journey of studying stuff. Nice, got a book. I was assuming last time I played this game, I didn't get a single book from these shelves. Which, and by the way, the reason you want books is because books can make paper. Ooh, even got a complex iron bar. That's really actually quite useful right now. So right now, if you notice, I don't have anything in here. But if I stick something in here, it says, hey, you can study this. But I don't have any writing. Did I unlock writing? Please say I did. Okay, thank heavens. So we're going to get this immediately. Build our church workbench. Let's see what it takes. Because once we start making paper, okay, I can't make complex iron parts. Okay, fine. Let's see what it takes. Oh no, I can make complex iron parts. Huh, neat. I need to really pay attention. Okay, so I'm gonna make those complex iron parts. We'll actually unlock this, make steel tools. I can't make glass yet because I can't get sand. Let's see, where do we get sand from? The building? Yeah, I think this is a sand tree. So that's a bit of a pain. I think you got to talk to Bishop next week about it, and he'll get you sand. And we're going to need a lot of sand. You use so many glass making things. Anyway, I don't know. As far as writing things, I always enjoy writing, and it's interesting. Like, I'm a dyslexic, so a lot of people think that writing would not be that fun for me, but I write because I'm dyslexic, not in spite of. And the reason I do that is because I actually feel like it's a good way to overcome your weaknesses. There's no reason why you can't. just have a good time riding, doing things that you should. And you never know, someday you might write something that absolutely inspires yourself. Take time, explore your hobbies, do things that you like. Like, for instance, like I've tried to program and stuff before, and I'm so bad at it. I don't know. I don't know why I can't really get into stuff like that, but I just have a hard time with it. There could be a lot of reasons. Why am I going back in here? Oh yes, I'm making a church bench. What else do I need? 10 nails. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, I don't have anything to do with Miss Charm, the merchant. I don't have anything to do with. Nothing. I gotta wait all the way till it's moon time again to be able to do anything there. It's a long ways away. I don't do anything there. I was planning on making better tools though, so I'm gonna take just simple iron parts. Let's make the nails first. Let's make a tool. Okay, so I'm going to need a lot of simple iron parts. Let's start with the axe. Okay. Wait, I have that food. Okay. Okay, let's make some simple iron parts. We'll just make one. Tools, we'll make a pickaxe shovel. Not the axe. Actually, I probably shouldn't have the shovel and pickaxe. We'll just make a pickaxe. That will give me enough iron, so I gotta make more iron, which means I need to put in more firewood. Okay. Yeah, managing resources. It actually becomes really easy once you get to a point where you can just punch all this out really quickly, but we're not even close there yet, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and equip this. By the way, you can't get rid of these. Like, you think that you could just destroy them, throw them away, but you can't. So what I normally do is I throw them in that chest, and later in the game, you open up different people's houses, and I like to go in their house. You take like one thing from their house, so I like to go in their house, and I take their one thing, and then I leave all the junk that I don't want anymore in their house, so I never have to see it again. Because otherwise I'm not really good at managing this. Oh, look. So this is going to open the refugee camp. He runs the refugees. It's quite a thing, but I mean, we're going to have to feed him and stuff, which is a pain. But we're not going to really focus too much on it yet. We will eventually have to focus on it a lot, but not yet. So the Inquisition have branded them as heretics. They're planning to brand them all to the stake. Basically, like the witch burning that we saw at the beginning of the game. Same sort of thing for all the people. So they're basically trying to escape and find a different place. And so we're going to help them set up basically a refugee camp, kind of a small town by the time we're done with it. I kind of wish, though, that you had been able to take the tents that they originally had you built and turn them into small houses. I think that would have been really nice. But that doesn't happen. Their tents are tents. If you notice, you can see their tents already. Okay, yeah, he's going to tell us all the stuff. I'm going to look around, see what there is. Sound complicated, get the money ready. Inquisition is looking for them. So if you tell anyone about us, we'll all die by torture, so let's not do that. Oh yeah, and then we're going to meet Master Alarak. He's a really interesting character, actually. Interesting backstory, and he knows a lot more than he'll ever tell you. You can actually learn it from working through the tavern instead of this, which is interesting. But he also tells you a few things. I like how you have to yell at him. Also, those two don't like each other very much. So he knows about the ancient god who brought us here? No, trade you in flesh. I won't. Not this game. No reason to. Mainly because getting a stamp at this point is either expensive or I gotta be able to talk to Snake. And I'm not gonna be able to talk to Snake for a while. So Master Alaric saved all the people. That's really nice of him. Gosh, I always forget what he says here. So he wants us to basically build tents and do things like that. Need a well, so yeah, I mean those are all good things, and we'll build them eventually. Not now, but we got other things to do. I get honey from trees. Also, the nice thing about this, back in the day, when this game first came out, you had to open up the pathways up here, but now you don't. It opens up for you. So why is the music changing? Go back into the camp and again, maybe it'll change up. Okay, anyway. This is actually the place where we'll eventually make some zombies, produce endless wood for me, and bring it straight home too. Nice. Sticks. Don't underestimate the power of sticks, man. You'll get a lot of them, don't worry. But see now this pathway's open. It wasn't before. I checked it even earlier, but now it is, so it's nice. Don't have to spend a single dime to fix it up, open up. Also, the energy it takes is ludicrous, so this is great for us. Let's grab honey. If you notice, I got a little bit of beeswax. That's actually really nice. You want to get just as much beeswax as you can for when you start candle making. Because beeswax, I think, is an ingredient in all the candles. No matter which candle you make, I think you have to use beeswax. Let's see what else I need. Got everything for the table, so let's go make the table. Oh, let's grab... I need a piece of human skin as well. Basically to make paper. I know it sounds gross, and I agree. But hey, it's Graveyard Keeper. We do some gross things in here. Before I go anywhere else, let's actually cook the apples, put the berries in here. Got these to feed me. So there we go. Okay, so today is actually getting close to an ending. We're about to get our first couple points of blue here, which is going to be really nice. Now that we have faith, we can start working stuff like that out. So let's go ahead and build the church workbench. I always put the church workbench right there. And I think over the many times I've played it, it's a great place to put it, mainly because I'll be using it all the time. So let's see, I'm gonna make some pigskin paper from the skin, and then we're gonna change that. No actual paper, we'll make 8 pieces, should be enough for now. And this will allow us to, whoops, let's drop these in here because that's basically where these go. These will go in there too. We got 4 of them, oof, nice. It's time we didn't get a single one. And that should be plenty of paper for us, which we can also shove in. Nice. Wait, what was that? Sweet potion. Okay, so kind of alchemist recipe. I'm actually really bad at the alchemy stuff, so I normally just buy the alchemy recipes. Okay, so now, if you notice right here, we can start studying things. The first thing we're going to do is use this paper and decompose, let's say, board. And then we're going to start by studying the skull. Bam. Normally, if you get an alchemic ingredient, it'll tell you about things you can change it into. Look at that. 20 blue points. Absolutely gorgeous. That allows me to burn bodies. And I can make better gravestones. Yeah, get it. That's going to let me get even more blues, which would be really nice. I should... Let's see. Candelabras might be good. Let's get church benches, I suppose. Yeah, let's go church benches. Okay. Anything else that I want to study right now? No, I don't really need any of those things. I'm going to need a lot of reds, so I could study those, but I have very limited amounts of faith right now. Let's see, what does it take to build a bench? Because I just got that. Okay, I need 6 wood planks, 4 nails. We can build a total of 6 benches, and we will do so. There we go. I'm tired of that music. I'm going to be honest with you, I might have to end a little early if that refugee camp music won't stop. It's not going to stop. We'll do just a few more things and then call it. Ooh, nice 5 baked apples. What we're specifically going to do, we're going to pull out the blood, the bones, and heck, we'll pull out the fat too. Put the metal items away. Over here. And at the same time, we're going to drop our stone here. The wood bits, because we don't need them right now. Hold on to our prayer. I think I'm going to put the prayer in the basement. But those are all blues, which are nice. Ooh, I actually need to build. Let's actually burn that first body. Now, the great thing about burning bodies is it basically has twofold function. First, gets rid of the body properly, so it gives you a burial certificate, and it also gives you one of the most useful items in the game, which is ash. Salt sucks. You use the salt for, I think, one thing. I can't really think of anything else. That'll burn there for a bit. Let's go do some studying. We can, I don't know if I grab 3 things, apparently study 2, so I got 2 faith. For some reason my mind still said I had 3 faith. That was silly of me. But also that'll give me the money I need to buy the teleport stone, which will come in super handy. I don't know if I'll get so used to it. Let's go with that first. Yeah. We run out of energy probably before it's finished. Nope, worked. As you see, it said it can decompose into fluid, so nice. One more thing. Let's do bones. Bones will be able to decompose as well. I think they decompose into powder, yeah. And when we get to the depths of alchemy, we'll be able to understand that, but we need to go meet several people first. There's already blood in here. Matter of fact, let's leave those in here. Because this is basically where we're going to use them. There's several places you can use fat. You can use it in decomposing it into stuff. You can also use it on the other side. You can change it into oil. Not like seed oil. You can need something, you actually need seeds to make seed oil, but if you right click on oil and use it, it just becomes oil. So we are going to need the actual seed oil, which is why we bought it. Oh, let's go and check our burning. There it is, it's finished. Gave us salt, ash, and a burial certificate. You can take the ash and make what are they called, urns, and make a place to put all those in your graveyard, but I would not suggest it. Put those in here now. Salt makes sense. Ash not so much, but I put the ash in here. I always have for some reason. Doesn't matter. So here we go. We're gonna head off into town and get our teleport stone. We got this. We got some before already, so that will definitely push us over the edge. Once we have that teleport stone, we'll probably let's get the mushrooms. And if you notice, I've been cooking the mushrooms to give me food to basically fuel my little guy. The berries I've been getting, and if I remember correctly, I eventually used the berries to make berry pies. I know you can make cakes with them as well. You can use honey and berries. and dough. But the problem is I never remember to buy eggs. I don't know why. And eventually in the refugee camp, you end up getting some chickens. Then you can just steal their eggs over time. Because they don't use them all. They just make so much food at that point. Right now, they'll not make a single drop of food. That's just all burned through. But for now, that's kind of where we're at. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and trade. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now if you right-click here, we can use this. It'll take us to places we've been. Sweet Home, Dead Horse, Lighthouse, right in here. So it's very convenient. So now instead of walking all the way out to Lighthouse, I just go boop, teleport there. Which, honestly, big, huge. Teleport stones weren't in the original version of the game. I'm not sure when they showed up, if it was a DLC or what happened there. But as soon as they did, why the heck did it change back to that music? As soon as it did, I absolutely use them all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna buy as many carrot seeds as I can from this guy, which is kind of 2. Can't buy anything else from him. Then I'm going to teleport home. Oh look, teleport stone saved me. Okay, don't have to listen to that anymore. Chop this up. Right. Put this in here, and we'll start smelting this stuff as much as we can, and then we're gonna head off to bed, and that's gonna be the end of it for us today. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, have a good one.